folks, I just got back from watching Marvel's new movie, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and figured this would be a good opportunity to review it for you. I'll keep this review clean of spoilers until I give you advanced warning that that's about to change. So for now, just covering it at a higher level. Overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I am a Marvel fan, and I think that they've continued in making a quality movie with this one. Of course, being a big production studio and a big blockbuster, the quality was perfect. There was good acting, there was good directing, the writing was good, filming, all of that came together well. I did see it in 3D, even though it was filmed in 2D. The effects brought on by the 3D actually were pretty good. It wasn't very noticeable during most of the movie, which in my opinion is positive. And then the few points where it did make an impact, I believe that it helped enhance the scenes that they were in. To me, one of the most important things about a movie to get good enjoyment is whether or not you're invested in your characters. And I think that they did a good job at presenting the characters in a believable way, even though they're superheroes. Of course, this was mostly an action movie, but it did have quite a bit of elements of drama, character retrospective and development, as well as comedy. This was not a high comedy movie like we've seen in some of the interactions with Hulk and Thor, and definitely not Spider-Man's level of humor. There was humor mixed in, and I think that they did a good job at blending in moments of comedy with what is mostly a serious movie. Now, if you're worried about bringing kids to this, don't concern yourself about the gore. There really isn't much. There is, of course, a lot of violence, hand-to-hand combat, missiles, explosions, that kind of thing. But in general, it's a pretty vanilla action movie. Overall, if you are a fan of the comic book genre, this is definitely a movie that you should check out. And if you're not a fan of the comic book genre, it is still a quality movie. You're going to find that if you haven't seen the previous Captain America movie, you might be a little lost at times, but they do a good job at flashbacks and retrospectives in order to tie things in case you haven't seen it for a while and need refreshing in your memory. Alright, so I'd like to talk more about specifics, so at this point I'm going to say spoiler warning, and I'll give you a moment to turn this off or leave the room or what have you. Alright, so one of the things that I wanted to bring up is, again, with the 3D, I was pleasantly surprised how it didn't really detract from anything. I know there's a lot of movies that when they're filmed in 2D, the 3D kind of gets in the way of enjoying it. Here I have to say, full admittance, there was one scene that made me jump. And that was when the bullet came at you. That kind of, I wasn't sure if I twitched because of the bullet or if it just had perfect timing to me being already tense from previous in the scene. I have to say the Winter Soldier did great entrances. The tension build up around him and the mystery was fantastic. I do like the reveals that they ended up in. I think that they rolled that out fairly well. When Nick Fury died, I actually thought they were going to tap into something that they brought in from the S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show and introduce the magic drug that brings people back to life. But actually kind of happy that they didn't go that way, and instead they went with the, ooh, this is just a trick. We knew he was going to get killed, and therefore we were going to preempt it by taking this drug without anyone knowing and making it so that way he seemed like he was dead, but he wasn't. Obviously something that's been done in the past and not a new trick, but worked well here. The one thing that was in the trailers that I kind of wish that wasn't, because it was a little bit spoilerish, was the helicarrier crashing into the building. Basically, you knew that from the moment that the helicarriers took off, at least one of them was going to be crashing into a building. Yes, I know chances are they were all going to go down or be taken out or something because happy ending. But that gave a little bit too much into how. I don't know how long you stayed after the movie was over, but there was actually 2 sets of scenes that they showed. One after some of the credits and then one at the very, very end. The first one was actually the more important one, so if you saw that with the twins, then you probably didn't really miss anything, because the last one was them showing the Winter Soldier in the exhibit. that's in the Smithsonian about Captain America, and he gets to look at the big poster of himself and see a little bit of his past and kind of connect with who he was, which does of course set it up for him appearing in sequels. We'll see how that goes. I don't know why, but I actually really like that they showed Nick Fury opening up his eye patch and having the second eye there, kind of eliminating some of that mystery and showing the authenticity of the damage. Well, hopefully you have enjoyed this review and you find it useful. So let me know in the comments below whether you agree with my assessment or if you think it was a horrible movie or the best movie ever. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.